Charlie Span. At second base, in 8th grade, number 13, Allie Halstead. At the designated player, in 8th grade, number 77, A.B. Booth. In right field, freshman, number 12, Brooklyn Taylor. In center field, in 8th grade, number 18, Cadence Cox. In the flex position, playing catcher, 8th grader, number 5, Lady Ellis. The reserve players for your Lady Knights are number 3, Maddie Davis, 23, Belle Graham, 14, Mac Jones, 48, Reagan Terry, 28, Mackenzie Neubauer. Head coach Jeff Halstead, assistants Jill Carlson, Randy Taylor, and Pastor Frank Bauer. If we could all stand together, we'll have a word of prayer followed by the national anthem. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we're grateful today for a beautiful day. Played the game of softball. Thank you for giving everyone, especially Hardaway, a safe trip as they travel here today. Father, I pray that as we play this game, we honor you in our actions. Lord, I pray that you be with the umpires and all the players, keep them safe. And Lord, help us to continue our walk with you. Lord, let your light shine through us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let's play ball.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the campus of Calvary Christian. It is the Master Wall Calvary Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live as we got the visiting Hardaway Lady Hawks taking on the Calvary Knights. How's everybody doing? Richard Holdridge here on the broadcast. Ready for this game. And we've got Nariah Wilson on the mound for as that was coming in. Kendall Gum is pitching for Calvary. That was funny. Nariah Wilson pitching for Hardaway. Kendall Gum pitching for Calvary. Got to work on my reflexes because that practice pitch came right at the net while I was inches away. But the net's going to protect you. Yeah, but Kendall Gum, she's had a fantastic year. And we've got Nariah Wilson leading things off for Hardaway. Batting second is going to be Deja Crutchfield, playing shortstop. Batting third and playing third base is Shelby Huff, the cleanup hitter, and batting in first place, playing first base, and the cleanup hitter is Kamaya Whittlesley. We'll have the rest of the lineup in just a bit. Hardaway is coached by Eric Anthony, and Calvary coached by Jeff Halstead. Hardaway, right now, they are currently 11-9 on the season, 6-7 in the region. That's good for third place. They would be in the playoffs. First pitch is outside, ball one, and we are underway. as this first inning is sponsored by State Farm, Carroll Purdue. That swung on and missed. It is a 1-1 count. And Kendall Gum has got Wilson behind in the count, 1-2. And that is fouled back. Nariah Wilson with a .691 batting average. She's got an on-base percentage of .742. That's high and away for a ball. It's 2-2. She's leading the team with 38 hits. Faced with a 2-2 count. Gum gets the side, delivers. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. And that is the first out of the inning. And that will bring to the plate Deja Crutchfield, who leads the team with 41 stolen bases. That's in there for strike 1. Swung at a high one. That's strike 2. Calvary comes in with a 19-2 record. They are ranked number 1 in the GIAA. 2-0. High and away for a ball, and it's 1-2 now. Calvary has 2 more games in the regular season before heading to South Commons. They play Tatnall tomorrow. And then on Thursday, they got a special 2:30 game against Brookstone. The 1-2 pitch got her swinging, and that is back-to-back strikeouts here in the first. So far, Kendall Gum with 2 batters faced and 2 strikeouts. And Shelby Huff will be the batter. Shelby Huff tied with the team lead with a home run on the season. Shelby Huff, the junior. And looking down the roster, Coach Anthony's got a young team. He's got a lot of juniors and sophomores. Very promising future for the Hardaway Lady Hawks. I even recognize some basketball players, too. Kamora Ingram plays for Coach Kelly Ellison on that championship Hardaway basketball team. There's the 1-1, high and away for a ball, and it's 1-2. Of course, Hardaway taking on Columbus in the Midtown Showdown this Thursday. The school on College Drive. 2-1, swung on a miss, and it is strike 2. They are led by the athletic director, Coach Kelly Ellison, in her first year, taking over for a longtime AD, Kendall Mills, who's now the Muskogee County Citywide Athletic Director. 2-2. Got her on the outside corner, strike 3, and Kendall Gum strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the first. Calvary coming up to bat. We'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Bottom of the first inning, Hardaway, Calvary. By the way, we have a score update in the Brookstone-Shaw game. It is the top of the first, and Brookstone's got the bases loaded. It is scoreless. Going to keep tabs on that. Mike Frost on the call. We got a special softball doubleheader for you this Monday on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And don't forget, this inning is brought to you by State Farm, Carroll, Purdue. And on the mound is Nariah Wilson. Got a 5.53 earned run average. Facing Kendall Gum, leading off. The lefty gets into the batter's box. Be followed by Ellie Stokes. And then Kentley Spates. Wilson's first pitch is outside for a ball. Wilson gets the sign, the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. And that is low and away. 2-1. Calvary ranked number 1. Their 2 losses to Harris County and Strong Rock. As Spates ropes one into center field for a leadoff single as Gum ropes it into center field for a leadoff single. I mean, Spates is coming up, but the leadoff hitter, Kendall Gum, is aboard. And now Ellie Stokes with Kentley Spates on deck. There's a ground ball right to short. Crutchfield. Throw to first and the stretch. And I think that her foot was pulled off the bag. That was Kamaya Whittlesey. That's going to be ruled a hit. So back-to-back hits for Calvary. Runners at first and second. And now Kentley Spates coming up to the plate. Wilson, line to center. That's going to go over the head of Jackson. Gum rounds third. Stokes rounds third. Gum will score, and Stokes will score, and Kentley Spates has got a 2 RBI double. And it's 2-0 Calvary. And now coming to the plate will be Brindley McElvey. And Wilson starts her off with a strike. Wilson, the 0-1. Inside for a ball, 1-1. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube. That's roped into left field, and that's going to be a base hit for McElvey. Rounding third and scoring is Kentley Spates, and McElvey has got a double. That's back-to-back doubles for Calvary. And now it is 3-0. And now Charlie Spann. And there's a ground ball right to the shortstop, Crutchfield. Throw to first in time for the out. And McElvey will advance over to third base. Goes 6-3 on the put out. And now Allie Halstead will be the batter. It's a changeup that's outside, ball 1. Don't forget, we will have the game against Tatnall Square tomorrow. 1-0 and swung on a miss by Halstead. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch. And it gets behind the catcher, and coming in to score is McElvey, and it's now 4-0 Calvary. It's exactly what Calvary wanted to do, a hot start, get those top batters in the lineup aboard and over. Wilson's 1-2 is low for a ball, 2-2. Hardaway comes in with an 11-9 record. They did lose to Columbus 13-1, but they beat Kendrick for their 6th. Oh, what a line drive shot, and caught by Deja Crutchfield for out number 2. Crutchfield, right place, right time. And now A.B. Booth is going to be the batter, the designated player. 4-0 is your score here. That's in there for a strike. We're just underway as this first inning is brought to you by State Farm Carroll Purdue. The Hardaway batters all struck out in the first by Kendall Gum. Ground ball right to third. Shelby Huff throw to first. In time for the out, but not before Calvary puts up 4 on the board. We played 1. Hardaway coming up to bat, trailing 4-0 as you're watching GIAA High School Softball on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's the Masterwall Calvary Game of the Week. We'll be back after this.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
And welcome back here to Calvary Christian High School, site of the Calvary Lady Knights, the state champions from the Gaps in 2022 and 2023. And leading off for Hardaway is Kamaya Whittlesley, the first baseman, facing Kendall Gum. Hardaway currently in 3rd place in their region behind Shaw and Columbus. It looks like they're going to make the playoffs. And the first pitch to Whittlesley is outside for a ball. Gum, the pitch. Outside ball 2. Gum, the 2-0. And therefore a strike. 2-1. Hardaway will play Sumter County tomorrow in Americus. That is in there for a strike, and that could be a battle for 3rd place. It looks like the 4 teams in the region are going to be Shaw, Columbus, Hardaway, and Sumter County. Here's the 2-2 to Whittlesley, fouled off, and look out. That hit the part of the dugout and just ricocheted into the outfield, and that's why there's a fence there. That was coming in fast. 2-2 count to Whittlesley. Kamaya Whittlesley with a .711 on-base percentage. Ground ball right to McElvey and throws the out. 3 unassisted. That was just a shot right at McElvey. And so Jaden Hamby is going to come up. Hamby batting .371 on the year with 16 hits. Correction, 13 hits. And she also has a double with 9 RBIs. Gums, 0-1 pitch, grounded foul. The 0-2 pitch to Hamby, low for a ball. Gum getting the sign. Fires the 1-2. Foul back to the backstop. Gum delivers the 1-2. Foul back to the screen, and a good job by Jaden Hamby to stay alive, working the pitch count on Kendall Gum. This broadcast is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Kinetic Credit Union, Coca-Cola, and the Houston Clinic. Gum, 1-2. Low and in the dirt, and a good stop there by Laney Ellis. And now it's 2-2. We're in the top of the second inning. Calvary leads Hardaway 4-0. Calvary trying to get their 20th win on the season. 1-2, foul back to the screen. By the way, we've got the semifinals going on for Class 2A Region 1 volleyball. Hardaway's taking on Columbus. Shaw is taking on Kendrick. The championship game we will have on Wednesday on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The 1-2 pitch, swung on a miss for strike 3. And that's the 4th strikeout for Kendall Gum. First 5 batters for Hardaway retired, and now Kimora Ingram will come up to the plate. First pitch to Ingram is outside for a ball. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. So Kimora Ingram, member of the Hardaway Ladyhawks basketball team, won a championship under Coach Kelly Ellison. The 1-1. That is going to be in there for a strike, 1-2. Gum, 1-2 pitch. Got her swinging, strike 3. And 3 up, 3 down inning for Kendall Gum. As we go to the bottom of the second, Calvary leading Hardaway 4-0. As this is the Master Wall Calvary Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
All right, welcome back here to Calvary. Bottom of the second inning. So Brooklyn Taylor going to lead things off. Followed by Cadence Cox, and then it's back to the top of the order. Uriah Wilson gets the side, delivers the first pitch. It's going to be high for a ball. Wilson's 1-0. Just missed high for ball 2. Calvary 4 runs off 4 hits so far in this game. That's popped up, infield, playable, and making the grab is the second baseman Kimura Ingram for out number 1. So 1 down here in the second, and Cadence Cox is going to come up. Wilson's first pitch to Cox is a ground ball. It's going to go up the middle and through for a base hit. And that is the 5th hit of the game for Calvary. And it's back to the top of the order. Kendall Gumbs 1 for 1, a single and a run scored. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And there's ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Spates that is fouled back to the backstop. And it's now a 1-2 count. You hear the Calvary football team practicing behind us as they got a big game against Westfield School, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Wilson's 1-2, popped up. Who's got it? Huff makes the grab for out number 2. That was a big out as Kendall Gum pops out to the third baseman, Huff. And now Ellie Stokes, who's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. Two away here in the second. Uriah Wilson's pitch, and that is roped on a dime down the left field line, foul. And Stokes trying to get a couple practice swings in there. Calvary, 2 more games left in the regular season. We'll play Tatnall tomorrow and Brookstone on Thursday. As that changeup is inside for a ball. It is 1-1. We do know that Calvary will be at South Commons for the GIAA Softball Championships, a double elimination, 8 teams. They were there last year, went 1-2. That's popped up. Huff, playable. And she cannot make the catch. It looks like she was battling the sun out in foul territory. It's 1-2. By the way, Brookstone leading Shaw 2-0. The 1-2 line to the left, and that's going to get past the left fielder Stewart and all the way to the fence. And rounding third, and scoring is Cadence Cox, and Ellie Stokes has got herself a triple. A big two-out hit by Ellie Stokes gives Calvary a 5-0 lead. And now Kentley Spates, who had a 2 RBI double and a run scored. That gets by the catcher. In comes Stokes, and it's now 6-0. Wilson's got a 1-0 count. And that is outside for a ball, 2-0. Wilson's 2-0 pitch is a changeup that's high for ball 3. As you remember, Kentley Spates had that 3-run homer against Columbus. That was the first ever Houlihan's highlight of the week, called by yours truly. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. Wilson's payoff pitch. Ground ball right to the shortstop, Crutchfield, and that is going to be bobbled by the first baseman. That's going to be an error on the shortstop. Kentley Spates is aboard. Be the first error of the game for Hardaway. And now the cleanup hitter, Brittany McElvey, who's 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI and a run scored. And McElvey right on the shift. Good job there by Kimora Ingram to tag the bag as she was playing the shift. That was hit up the middle. What a play by Kimora Ingram. As we played 2. Calvary leads Hardaway 6-0 as you're watching the Master Wall Calvary Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And welcome back here, top of the 3rd inning. We got a new pitcher on the mound for Hardaway. It's Jaden Hamby. My bad. That's not hard. That is, man, that's Calvary. Mackenzie Jones is the new pitcher. So Kendall Gum was her line was 2 perfect innings with 5 strikeouts. Now Mackenzie Jones is going to be pitching. It's confusing because I looked up. Hardaway's got red uniforms. Calvary's wearing the pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And just that split second looking up, I'm seeing red. I'm thinking Hardaway's pitching. Sometimes you know, you have one of those aha moments. All right, well, leading things off now is Chloe Stewart for Hardaway. facing Mackenzie Jones. Here in the top of the third, Calvary leading 6-0. Jones, first pitch to Stewart, is on the inside corner for a strike. So want to correct myself. The final game of the regular season is actually Friday. It's at 2:30. That's a part of a Calvary doubleheader because we have got Westfield School and Calvary football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, but we would love to live stream that game at 2:30. We probably are not going to. That is outside for a ball. It is 2-1. The 2-1 to Stewart. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chloe Stewart. Leading things off for the Hardaway Lady Hawks. Jones. That pitch is outside. It runs the count full. Jones. Payoff pitch is low, ball 4. And that is the first base runner for Hardaway. And that breaks up a perfect game. It was perfect 2 innings. Jaden Jackson now the batter. Center fielder coming up. Runner goes. And she's out. It was a good throw by Ellis. There's quickly 1 away here in the third. Pitch to Jackson. It's in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Jones 1-2 delivery. Swung on a miss for strike 3 for out number 2. That's the first strikeout of the game for Mackenzie Jones. The 6th strikeout as a team for Hardaway. And now with 2 down, Rihanna Hurd is going to come up to the plate. Then it's back to the top of the order. Jones, first pitch is away for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is in the dirt for a ball 2. Here's the 2-0. And that is going to be low, ball 3. Nariah Wilson, the batter on deck for Hardaway. 3 balls and no strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, that is high and outside for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk issued to Rihanna Hurd. And now the top of the order coming up. Nariah Wilson, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. We have a score update in the Shaw-Brookstone game. Top of the third, Brookstone leads Shaw 2-0. Jones, first pitch to Wilson is high for a ball. Hardaway's got a big region game tomorrow in Americus, taking on Sumter County. More than likely, the winner of that game will take third place. Here's the 1-0. Swung on a miss. Runner goes. The tag and the throw. And what a play by Charlie Spann. That's the second runner tagged out. And we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Calvary leading Hardaway 6-0 as you're watching the Master Wall Calvary Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And welcome back here to Calvary. This is the Master Wall Calvary Game of the Week, bottom of the third inning, and leading things off for Calvary is Charlie Spann. The new pitcher on the mound for Hardaway is J. Kamaya Whittlesley. Charlie Spann is 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop. And that's going to be ball one. By the way, Shaw playing Kendrick right now in the semifinals of the region tournament for Region 1, 2A. We will have the region championship on Wednesday. It's low and in the dirt. Ball two, ball three. Charlie Spann, also a member of the basketball team with Coach Jonathan Norton, leading scorer. It's outside, ball four, and a 4-pitch walk issued to Spann. And now Allie Halstead, who last time she was up, she hit a line shot right at the shortstop for a loud out, but it was well hit. She is 0 for 1 today. Whittlesley, pitch, and there Halstead just smacks one down the left field line. It's 0-1 count. There's a changeup inside. It's 1-1. Calvary will play the defending 4A champions in the GIAA Tatnall tomorrow. We will have that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. One run, runner goes. That's a hit and run. And we've got 2 runners aboard. It was a good job by Allie Halstead to implement the hit and run. And so with no outs, A.B. Booth is going to come up. 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the third baseman. Calvary 19-2 on the season. Their 2 losses were to Harris County and Strong Rock. It's popped up. Shallow left. Stewart can't get it. Has a chance to throw the runner out, but nobody is going to be able to get it out as everybody's safe. That was one of those situations. There's a pop-up. You go halfway. That's the second error today. Bases are loaded for Brooklyn Taylor. And it gets by the catcher. Actually, that will hit Taylor. So hit by pitch. A run will score, and Calvary now leads 7-0. And now Cadence Cox, who singled and scored a run in the second inning. And Whittlesey starts her off with a ball. Hardaway 11-9 on the season, 6-7 in the region. Got one more region contest tomorrow in Americus. There's the 1-0. There's a ground ball right to the third baseman, Huff. Cannot make the play at first base. His Hamby 1-run scores, 2-run scores, and now Calvary now leads 9-0. That's going to be the third error of the game, and Cox is going to go ahead and take second base on the error, and now it's back to the top of the order. Actually, we got a pinch hitter. Bell Graham is pinch hitting for Calvary here in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch to Graham is in there for a strike, 1-1. Whittlesey's pitch is outside for a ball. 2-1. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. 2-1. That ground ball, he gets bobbled by Crutchfield. The throw over to third base. That was not a force out. She was safe, and another run scores, and Calvary now leads 10-0. So we got runners at the corners. Still with no outs. There's a ground ball, and it goes into left field for a base hit. Another run scores. It is now 11-0. Got another pinch hitter up for Calvary. It's Mackenzie Neubauer. Ground ball, that's going to be a fair ball. The umpire's calling it fair. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. And Neubauer has got herself a triple. And Calvary now leads 13-0. And Brindley McKelvey, 1 for 2 today, a double, RBI, and a run scored. High fly ball, and that's going deep. And that is going to be in the deep part of center field. McKelvey's got herself a double, her second RBI, as Terry scores. And Calvary now leads 14-0. Charlie Spann coming up, looking for her first hit of the game. Grounded out and walked. And that hit her. Allie Halstead, 1 for 2 today. Lined out and singled. Runner at first and second. The 1-0 to Halstead is outside for ball 2. Still no outs here in the bottom of the third. It's high ball 3. Calvary leading 14-0. And that's in there for a strike. So for the GIAA, the mercy rule is 15 runs after 3. So Calvary gets another run here, the game will be over. And it's outside ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Coach Halstead's going to come out and discuss a lineup change here with the umpire. And we'll try to get a score update on that Shaw-Brookstone game. Mike Frost on the call. Brookstone leading Shaw 4-0. And that's big for Brookstone because a team on the borderline of the playoffs, they need every possible win to try to plead their case about being one of the top 8 teams. They are currently ranked 9th. The latest GIAA 4A rankings, Calvary is number 1, Strong Rock 2, First Presbyterian Day number 3, Tatnall, the defending champions, are number 4, Loganville Christian 5, Bethlehem Christian 6. The runners up from last year, George Walton 7, Stratford Academy 8, Brookstone is at 9, Pacelli at 10. So they're going to have some work to do. They want to try to make it to South Commons for the GIAA softball double elimination tournament. Which will be played on the 16th, 17th, and 18th of October down at the South Common Softball Complex. That's where Calvary was last year. They were the 4th seed. They lost to FPD, but they were able to defeat Loganville and then lost to Strong Rock to go to 1-2 in the tournament. A nice pitch by Whittlesley, and that is going to be a strike. Hardaway hoping for a double play here. And that's outside for a ball. Laney Ellis is in as a pinch hitter. With Brooklyn Taylor on deck. Calvary trying to get their 20th win on the season. That's low for a ball. Whittlesley gets the sign. The 2-1. Ground ball right to the third baseman. Tags the bag. The run does score. As the umpire was explaining to me how the run rule works. It is 15-0. There is one down here in the third. And that's fouled, 0-2. That's lined to the left, going all the way to the fence. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. And it's now 17-0. All right, so we did get an explanation. Even though the game was supposed to be over, they're letting them play to 3 outs. And the coaches can't allow for that. They can keep playing. That's in there for a strike. And a good job by the umpire in explaining that to me, because he knows that we're live streaming this game. And it was just good for him to explain it. That is high for a ball, 1-1. Whittlesley, the 1-1 pitch. That was a good stop by Wilson. It's 2-1. That's ball 3. Calvary's put up 11 runs here in the third. That gets by the catcher. Swung on a miss. Strike 3, and there's the second out. So basically the score does say 15. The official score has to be 15, but they are going to let them just play it out. Calvary's already won the game. They won on walk-off fashion, but just for experience, because Hardaway's got a big region game tomorrow against not America's Sumter. We're not going back to the old school. Sumter County. See, even I'm doing it, and I don't remember when they were called America's Sumter. And you got to give credit to Calvary. This is a class act by giving Hardaway the experience to finish out this inning. And they really need this, especially for a big region game tomorrow. It's 1-0. Bell Graham up to the plate. Whittlesey's 1-0 pitch. It's going to be high, ball 2. Or ball 1. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Graham. Inside for a ball. Throw down to third. No play. This game is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Kinetic Credit Union Coca-Cola, and the Houston Clinic. Don't forget, there's still time to vote on the Houlihan's Highlight of the Week. That is high for a ball. It is 3-1. We got 3 fantastic plays, including in Harris County flag football. We got Smith Station, big run against Jag, and then Russell County and Stanhope Elmore, as that's foul back, and it runs the count full now to Bell Graham. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Popped up, shallow center. Playable. Makes the grab is Jaden Jackson for out number 2. Bases are loaded. Now here comes Reagan Terry. Willsey's pitch to Terry. That's lined into left, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Got 1 run scores. Scoreboard still says 15-0, and they're going to have to make that the official score. Willsey. Right to the pitcher. Throw to first. In time for the out. And that is the ball game. Calvary wins on the 15-run rule in 3 innings. They defeat Hardaway 15-0. Hardaway goes to 11-10 on the season. Calvary picked up their 20th victory of the year. And we got to name an Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. It's tough to choose, especially since they put up some offensive firepower. But there is no question. I was very impressed with what Kendall Gum did in that first 2 innings. 5 strikeouts, 6 batters faced, retired all 6 batters. Well, Calvary ends up winning this game. They got to turn around and play Tatnall tomorrow, and Hardaway's got to go on the road to take on Sumter County. But this has been fun. So for Richard Holdridge, saying so long from Calvary Christian. Once again, the Calvary Lady Knights defeat Hardaway 15-0. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Have a good night, everybody.